Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Alistair and I'm back with another absolute banger. This time it's from Keen, but this isn't just a banger from Keen, it's a banger for the whole road to trail category. It's awesome. I can't wait to tell you all about the Keen Roam. The Keen Roam is Keen's second proper trail running shoe, and this one sits firmly in the road to trail hybrid category. So that's a category of shoe which is probably the most versatile shoe you can get. It's capable on road surfaces, but also on light to moderate trails. And if you've been following my channel, you would have recently seen my Keen Seek review. This shoe I actually pitched as a road to trail running shoe, but that's before I actually got my hands on the Roam. I've since upgraded this to an all mountain trail running shoe, so definitely check out that review if you are interested in this one as well. Maybe you want to run on more technical trails and run deeper into the mountains, maybe run longer distances as well. Then the Keen Seek is the shoe to do it from Keen. For this review, the road to trail shoe, I've got a lot to tell you about this one. This is also fantastic. So let's get straight into it. Starting with the key specifications, they cost $165. I will let you know at the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. They weigh 10.6 ounces or 301 grams. That's for a size US men's 9, my pair. They have a drop of 6 millimeters from heel to toe, and that's a stack height of 39 millimeters at the heel and 33 millimeters under the toe. So a fairly high stack height, but don't worry, that doesn't affect stability on the run. I have actually run some technical trails in these and they perform really, really well. The upper is using a performance ripstop mesh with durable overlays around the toe box and also all the way around the shoe towards the heel. And the mesh itself is very breathable, which is great. That means it will drain water very quickly if you do submerge these. Maybe you've got a river crossing or you get caught in a storm, anything like that. A breathable upper like this with a very open mesh will drain water much faster. It also means that temperature within the shoe is going to be regulated really well. So if you are doing intense runs in these, then your feet should stay nice and cool. Having said that, if you are going to be running in super cold conditions, snowy conditions, stuff like that, then a more open mesh like this might make your toes feel a little bit too cold on a run. In which case, maybe try the Keen Seek instead. The midsole is using quantum foam, just like the Keen Seek, and it is really, really well balanced. It's got enough cushioning underfoot to give you protection, but then it's got a nice response as well, so the foam bounces back when you compress it, and that gives you that nice forward propulsion, gives you that nice springy feeling. And the outsole is using Keen's all-terrain rubber compound, and it has 3 millimeter lugs. So not the most aggressive lugs, but road to trail running shoes don't usually have aggressive lugs because then they just wouldn't perform very well on hard road surfaces. You got to strike a balance here. A few extras include eco anti-odor protection, gaiter attachments at the front and the rear, and a lace stow loop, which is awesome. When you do your laces up, just tuck them in here. That way they won't come undone on the run and you won't snag them on a trail. There's also tons of reflectivity going on here, so good for running low light conditions as well, will keep you safe. And then finally, they've got a durability rating of 925 plus miles. That's incredible, but so far with all the running and daily lifestyle use I've been using these for, the outsole traction looks fantastic. When it comes to sizing and fit, the Keen Roam fits very much true to size, and it is using Keen's original fit, meaning you've got a nice bit of room in the toe box area for toes to splay, which is very important for comfort, but also so that you can get power from your stride. That's the natural biomechanical movement of your feet, the fact that they splay, open up, and give you more surface area and power because of it. So the fit is spot on, absolutely love how it feels. The midfoot section and the heel provide fantastic heel lock. The padding around the collars, the heel counter and the tongue is all fantastic. There's loads of padding on there. So if you do need to do your laces up tight, you won't feel any lace bite because the tongue is nice and thick. It just feels very comforting to slip your foot in. And I think that's one of the most standout features for me when it comes to these two Keen trail running shoes that they've just released. It's just how comfortable the upper is. They've absolutely nailed it, hit it out of the park on their first attempt. And that's why I'm going to be watching Keen very, very closely going forward. If you're enjoying this review so far, you're thinking, this guy knows his stuff. He's enjoyable to watch. He's teaching me some things along the way too. Well, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. That'll let you know as soon as new reviews drop. And be sure to like the video. Really appreciate it when you guys do it. It's very simple to do. Just tap that like button and that'll make me feel fantastic. And if you've had experience in the Keen Roam or even the Keen Seek for that matter, I want to get your thoughts. I want you to put all those thoughts and insights into the comments down below. That's really going to help anyone who visits this video in the future. Having all that extra information is going to help them decide whether or not these shoes are going to be best for them or not. So please share how you've been using them. Maybe share your build if you're comfortable doing that. What kind of pace you like to run at, what sort of trails you like to run. Have you been using it on trails or just roads or both? Put it all in the comments. I really appreciate it. You've made it to my performance review. Congrats. Now it is a road to trail running shoe, so it needs to be good on hard surfaces like road surfaces, but also it needs to have control and protection underfoot when running light to moderate trails. This isn't an all mountain trail running shoe by any means, so it's not really going to be good for thick, deep, sloppy mud, extremely high frequency, challenging technical trails with rocks and all that kind of stuff. Sure, you could do it, but there are much better all mountain trail running shoes to help get the job done in those kinds of situations. So really think about that, use it for its intended use, which is for just running on roads, daily training, but also daily training on the trails as well. Speaking to the ride and how this midsole actually handles those circumstances, well, it does it beautifully. The midsole foam is just so well balanced all the way across. 6mm drop is really nice. It's not too high. I like the fact I'd call it a medium drop, but the fact that it's only 6mm means that the forefoot of the shoe feels quite similar to the heel of the shoe. So whether you're landing more towards your forefoot, maybe that's how you run in general, or maybe that's how you run on the trails so that you can be more agile, you're able to dynamically adjust your stride to the trail that's coming up fast in front of you, which is how you really should be running on the trails, more towards your tiptoes and your forefoot, then there's enough cushioning and response at the forefoot. And if you are running on the roads, or maybe you just tend to heel strike, again, it's got that nice balance. It's got the cushioning, protection, but it's also got a bit of bounce back and response when it's compressed. So it really does make the transition from road to trail feel effortless and just very natural, to be honest. You can very easily run to your trailhead if you're lucky enough to live very close to the trails. One shoe will do it, but you can also just use this for road running one day of the week, trails the next day, and also use it as a lifestyle shoe as I have, just because I love how it looks. I love how breathable it is when I'm standing around all day, but also the balance of the midsole just makes it comfortable to wear all day. When it comes to traction underfoot, the Keen all-terrain rubber compound does a really, really good job of helping you stick to the trails, but also any asphalt if you are running in wet conditions as well. I found that with the Keen Seek, it performed excellently, and that one does actually have a more aggressive outsole. So if you are looking for that in your trail running shoe, but you want to try Keen, then you can see here the Keen Seek does have more aggressive lugs. They're deeper, they're more kind of angular, chevron shape, just better suited to all mountain trail running. That one won't be so good on the roads as this one though. So things to think about there. And remember, the Keen Roam has 3mm lugs, which aren't as deep as the Keen Seek, meaning it's not going to be as good in deep mud. It's not going to be good on those highly technical trails where you do have loose dirt. It's just not aggressive enough to really gain traction on those. And that's the same if you are going up steep inclines. Sure, you can do it, but you're more likely to slip because you're not going to have the bite into the trail as you would a more aggressive outsole. But for most cases, the traction is plenty, especially if you're not going to be running anything too technical. The Keen Roam also has very good stability. I mentioned before that the stack height is fairly high, but actually this shoe is very stable because the foam is so well balanced. You're not going to have all that wobbly stuff going on when you're running. Although the Keen Roam does have an average weight for its class, it feels a lot lighter on the run. It makes me want to increase my cadence and tread lightly and just be more agile on the run. I don't know what it is with this shoe, but it feels super light when you're actually running in it. So I'm going to quickly demo the torsional flex of this shoe, which is fairly good actually. So that gives you good control on the trails. It does allow your feet to actually move the geometry of this shoe over the trails and allows you to dynamically adjust on the run. And if I flex the shoe and let go, it's got pretty good pop. Not the most responsive shoe in the world, but that's okay because you do get a good protection and a good balance, making it very versatile rather than explosive on the run. If you're wondering where the Keen Roam features on my best road to trail running shoes roundup, well, follow that link up there. That will take you to my roundup on alistairrunning.com, and that's always kept up to date with the best road to trail running shoes. So if you're watching this video in the future, I highly recommend you check it out. That will help you find the best road to trail shoes for you and your needs. You've made it to my final verdict. Thanks for sticking with me. I've had a lot to cover with this one, and it is a shoe I really, really enjoy right now. So I wanted to get all the features across and explain exactly what those features mean for you in your run. And hopefully that came across well. So are they worth $165? Do they provide good value for money? Yes. I'm absolutely loving the Keen Roam. This is one of the best road to trail running shoes of the year for me, and I can't believe Keen has just absolutely knocked it out of the park on their first true road to trail hybrid. This one is incredibly versatile. I've been using it for some road runs, nice easy daily jogs, but also light trail runs and hikes with the family, and as a lifestyle shoe. Really, this is one of the most versatile running shoes that provides an incredible amount of value for money because of all the features I mentioned in this review, but the fact you can use it in so many scenarios too. If you've got any questions at all about the Keen Roam, drop them in the comments down below, but also if you've run in this shoe, I want to get your thoughts as well, so put that in the comments down below as well. And if neither of those apply, and you want to just say hello and introduce yourself because you've just become a subscriber, yes you have, make sure you subscribe, then just introduce yourself in the comments down below. And I'm looking forward to getting to know more of you better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next review. Peace.